if you're not going to track, get your steps in.
Oh, that was hot. Yesers, what is up YouTube? Welcome to the latest video. Today I'm going to be telling you how you can progress in your fat loss journey without tracking. So before we get into this video, make sure you've hit that like button, make sure you've hit that big old subscribe button. And guys, today I'm going to pretty much take you through a full day of eating. It's going to be primarily, I'm going to show you what kind of my average day of eating is like. Today is actually an active rest day for me, so that just means a lot more steps than usual. But I'll show you what I eat through the day, because me personally, I don't track my food on MyFitnessPal or anything like that. And then after that, I'm going to take you through and explain how I've done it and kind of the tips and tricks that I'll tell you at the end of the video of how you're going to enable to progress without having to track your food. And then apart from that, this morning I am in for morning PT. That is why I'm wearing my Pearl Gym top. I don't just rep it randomly. So I'm only in for the morning, and then I'll be home, and then I can catch up with you in the first meal, which obviously, usually first meal is breakfast. I will get off to the gym now, and I will see you this morning, later this morning. I'm all home from PT, and now I'm going to cook up my breakfast. Biggest thing you've got to think about, and it's what I'll probably touch on as we get into the end of the video, is that I still weigh my food, well, not religiously, but just on a majority of things that you need to know how much food is going into, and you just want to be accurate. It is obviously the best way to do it. You can start to learn like portion sizes and actually how much food is going into certain, like the size of, say, how big 80 grams of oats is, but obviously it's the easiest way sometimes to just weigh it out. What I'm having this morning is 1 egg and then 250 milligrams of bulk powders egg whites. You can find the link in the description box. Okay, so per 100 gram is 45 calories, so when we double it up, 200, and then pretty much half it, so we're looking at about 120-ish calories, and then that's going to give you 25 grams of extra protein combined with the egg. We're going to have this with a bagel, some peppers, some onions, and some cream cheese on top. Something easy I like to do when I'm weighing something out of a pot is popping it on the scale, so we now know the total weight of 167, and I only want to use 10. Whack that on there. And that is breakfast, which is probably only, say, like 500, 550 calories. I'm going to eat this up, and then I'll catch up with you after. Yes, breakfast has been dealt with. I'm going to now have an iced coffee, and then I'm actually off to see Ed, the osteopath at the Movement and Wellbeing Clinic. I'm going to take you along with me. For those of you, I did a video a while back with my first one for Ed, and I've been seeing him pretty much every week since, apart from obviously when we went into lockdown, and he's doing absolute wonders for me, and I always feel like my back is floating after. It's such a good feeling, so hopefully get a few clicks on the old film, but for now, that's what I was trying to say, I'm going to make some iced coffees, because man, it is not even ridiculously hot. Like it's above ridiculous. Ridiculous is here, and it's about here. Oh yes. Oh, iced coffees are literally life. As I said, what time are we now? 22. I've got Ed at 12, so I'm going to leave in like 10 minutes. He's only just around the corner, and yeah, we'll get some cool clicks going on.
Just bring your chin to your chest and curl forwards if you're going to touch your toes. And back up. Curl as relaxed as you can. Hold on to that wrist, that's perfect. Okay, go as relaxed as you can. Good man, deep breath in again. Good, really heavy. Chin to your chest, and we're going to curl forwards. The other side. Can I get you on your side facing this wall? There, fantastic. And go as heavy as you can. There we go.
It went before you even touched it.
I knew it came out, didn't it?
Yes, team. So we are back from Ed. That was wicked. I hope you can enjoy those clicks, and trust me, if you live in the Manchester area, then please go see Ed. He's absolutely bang on. If you say having any issues with your back, or just if anything, like I see him, yes, because primarily I do have a over extending lumbar, so we're working on that, and he's done absolute wonders. But also it's just nice to have a bit of a weekly MOT, so just to keep me in check, keep me performing at the kind of the best ability that I want to, and making sure that my body's in pristine shape. So I will continue to see an Ed for the foreseeable future, as I think it's just really beneficial to me in the long run. And as I preach so much of, it's important to not focus on your mobility and focus on looking after your body when you become injured, and then focus on it before it ever becomes a problem. So we're basically doing everything in our power to bulletproof the bodies to avoid ever getting injured in the first place. Is far more important than doing it the other way around. Lunchtime, I'm absolutely pretty hungry. I'm absolutely pretty started. Again, that didn't make sense, so I'm gonna run with it. What have we got for lunch today? So Sarah actually made some meals. Somebody once told me. I don't know why that song just popped into my head then when I said that. So we have some tuna, potatoes, and a bit of salad. Nice and simple, especially for this sunny day. It is absolutely ridiculous, and living in a flat right now is very, very far from ideal, because there is no wind or air in here at all. And I've just been doing all my check-ins, and I'm sat at my laptop sweating my absolute back. So obviously for me as well, like as I said right at the start of the video, this is a rest day for me. Wednesdays are actually an active rest day, so I just try and get a lot more steps in. So I'll try and hit around the 20k mark. So at the moment, 2,500. I need to go up to town and things anyway. Just got a few bits and bobs. I'm pretty much done my work for the day actually. It's only 2 o'clock, so I can't really complain. I always find that when I'm not training, I just need to have so much more of my day and kind of do what I like. So I need to go up to town. I'll probably just get a little bit of a walk in, and yeah, hopefully enjoy the weather, but it is ridiculously hot. I'm gonna eat this up, we'll time lapse it, and then I'll catch you after. Okay, plan is, as I said, go to town now. Go to town, get some bits, and stick on a podcast and get some steps in. That's what active rest days are all about.
Yes, so we're just on a big walk around town, as I said. Something I like really focusing on is when it's an active rest day, the clue is in the name. It's about still being active. It's okay, I'm not training, but I'm still trying to be as active as possible and get that energy expenditure as high as possible. And just be active and just get some movement still in my life, even though, yeah, okay, I'm not on the weights or anything like that, but you're still guaranteed to get a lot of calories in, and that's what life is about. That's why steps are so important. They do wonders in terms of getting that energy balance higher and higher, and it's going to help so much to just create a calorie deficit without really having to think too much. I think that's the biggest thing I can say to people is, if you're not going to track, get your steps in. It's going to be the easiest way to enable you in order to do that. I'm literally only just walking around and I'm sweating my absolute back out. I'm almost at the top of town now. I don't know how long I've been walking. I've just been walking for a while, and I've just had a nice Audible book on, and then we're going to go from there. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit, because I'm going to get run over in a sec. Yep, there we go. little bit of an update. We are currently on our way back home now, and then I'm gonna get some food and probably make, it's not quite dinner, I'll probably have a little afternoon snack, and I'll show you what that is gonna be, and then it'll be dinner time. So now, what are we saying, team? I'm back from my walk and I'm absolutely so sweaty. So, something I prepared earlier, oh, this is gonna be absolutely mega. So, bulk powders, complete immune with a bit of creatine, orange and mango flavour. Oh, it might have been in for a bit too long. Oh, shit. Yeah. But, as you can tell, for this weather right now, oh yes, that is amazing. I'm so hot right now as well. Guys, if you want to get yourself some complete immune, go check out the description box, use my code, and I will love you forever. It's a mega, so it's just full of basically every vitamin you can need, hence the name. Orange and mango flavour, so it's very nice, and I like having it with the unflavoured creatine as well, just to get those creatine, that creatine supplement in, so it's a win-win really. I'm gonna have a bit of food now. As I said, I'm quite hungry, so I'm gonna have some rice cakes, a bit of peanut butter, and a banana. Absolute combo. One of my favourite snacks to have through the day. If I'm feeling even more hungry, what I'll tend to do is have it with a bagel as well. Usually that's if I haven't had a bagel for the day, because not that there's anything wrong with bagels, but I'll end up just having like 18 of them. I'm gonna enjoy these, and then I've been to the shop to get some to make fajitas later, so I'll catch you up when it's Mexican night, baby. Yes, team, like I explained, we're gonna be having fajitas for dinner. So, we've got our array set up here. We've got chicken with some peppers, onion, spinach, tomatoes, 2 wraps. I'm gonna have some cheese with that, sriracha sauce and mayonnaise as my toppings. And I'm also gonna have a cherry Pepsi Max. I'm not actually a fan of Pepsi, but the Pepsi Max is, the cherry Pepsi Max is the dog's balls. So that's why I'm having that. For those of you watching that have access to an Aldi, lighter than light mayonnaise, in we go. I'm gonna finish this up. Well, finish this, I've already barely started it. I'm gonna eat this up, and then I'll catch up with you where I'm gonna explain everything that I've kind of go through the day, and kind of then can explain things in better detail. So I'll catch you in a bit. Yes, team, so dinner has been dealt with. I've had a little bit of a chill time, and I'm now just going to speak to you about everything that I wanted to explain in the video. I've got 6 points I'm going to move through in terms of my, obviously, the video title. I'm going to start off by saying the video title was probably a little bit clickbait. I think when it boils down to making progress without tracking, there has to be an element of tracking in there. So as you saw during the day, I was still counting my calories on the food packet. Yes, okay, I wasn't tracking through MyFitnessPal, I was still counting in my head how many calories I had eaten and how much calories are going into certain foods. So at one point in your life, you probably do need to track. It's gonna give you the best possible understanding of food, of portion control, of sizes, that you can then take and expand to just eyeballing things and getting more used to it. But you probably have to have that level of understanding to be able to do it well. It's that thing of when you learn how to drive, you have a driving instructor. Once you pass your test, you no longer need that driving instructor. You've got to think of MyFitnessPal in the same way. Measuring out your food still. Yes, okay, you can start eyeballing things and knowing like, okay, well that's roughly 50 grams, that's roughly 40 grams. But ultimately, the best and most accurate way to know how much food is going in is to just chuck it on a scale. I think for a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's a lot of effort. It literally takes 5 seconds to turn it on and put it, not even 5 seconds, and put it on a scale. It's like, come on guys, think about it. It doesn't take up much of your time at all. Listening to your body. So this is obviously king, and this is what a lot of what I kind of preach nowadays. So obviously back in days when I used to be more of the bodybuilding type things, as I used to just eat to
look good and I would eat less. Whereas now I'm in a position where, okay, granted, I'm not too concerned about what I look like aesthetically, but know that I'm not gonna just throw myself into an end of like putting on unnecessary body fat. Like, I still want to be in a good condition, but my focus is on being able to perform at my utmost best, which leads me to just eating to fuel and eating to benefit my body and benefit my body's performance. So ultimately, you've got to listen to your body. If it's feeling full, just like slow down, okay? If it's not feeling full, eat it. And it's that principle of it, literally like, when you're hungry, eat. When you're not, don't eat. And that's gonna lead us on to the 5th point, which is not eating when you're bored. I think a lot of people just randomly start eating, randomly start snacking. Just, yes, you can snack and you can get away with it, but just constantly grazing on food is not gonna do any wonders. And there's this whole misconception that if you eat little and often, it increases your metabolism. And it's like, no, being active increases your metabolism, and moving a lot and getting a lot of steps in is what is going to make a massive difference for you. The 6th point is to not drink your calories. It is such a waste of time to drink your calories. Why would you want to drink your calories and have fizzy drinks? And that's, I don't often really, to be honest, have like a diet drink, but I did it just this evening on purpose to kind of show to you, like, look, you can enjoy it. And that's why I had that Pepsi Max, because I like it, but it was to show you that that was a diet drink, so it's no calories to me. I have black coffees and I have water, so therefore I'm not consuming any calories through liquid. Very quickly adds up. When you look at having Cokes, when you look at having Fantas or like apple juices and all these really healthy, innocent smoothies, they are bumping your calories up so high, and there's just no need for them. The last point is what I said when I was on my walk, and that is the clue of what it is making sure to get your steps in. The easiest way to create an energy balance and a high energy expenditure is to move a lot, is to get a lot of steps in and make sure that your little feet are wandering around the whole of town, which is why I love living in the centre, living in the city, because naturally it's a lot easier for me to get steps in, going to and from work, or like before I just went for a walk. Living obviously in maybe more countryside, it's a little bit harder, but then you can go on some pretty cool walks. So you've just got to make that conscious effort to make sure you're moving a lot. So many people have this misconception that when it comes to gym, that is how you're going to lose fat and that is how I'm going to get to where I want. And it's like, no. Gym is how we get stronger, how we get fitter, how we get better, how we get more mobile, how we avoid getting injuries. There's so much that comes along with training. And when we then look at how to lose body fat, that is making sure you're in a calorie deficit by obviously not eating too many calories, but also by getting your steps in. These two components are huge. Your NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, adds up to the most amount of variable calories in your TDEE, which stands for your total daily energy expenditure, and therefore you can have the biggest impact on your NEAT calories, which is going to make a biggest impact on your TDEE calories overall. When we look at training, which is obviously your EAT, your exercise activity thermogenesis, this is the smallest component of burning calories. The smallest. So when you go to the gym, that is the smallest way of your body burning calories. The most is moving and getting your steps in. The second is your TEF, which is your thermic effect of feeding. Therefore, eating food. Protein takes longer in the body to digest, which burns more calories, which is why I also have a high protein diet. It's like the least component is training, and that's why so many people, clients for example, will say to me, oh, should we put in a cardio session? Just go out and get 2,000-3,000 more steps on a daily basis. Oh, I think people don't understand this, so just get that around your head. And yeah, take home points is get your steps in. Make sure to listen to your body. You've got to be tracking in your head in some way or another. This is why this video is a little bit clickbait, and you've got to probably have learned from past experiences how in order to do that. And apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you can take a lot away from this. And obviously comment down below any videos you want me to cover in the future. I have actually just received a Whoop band from Sarah for my birthday. I've been wanting one of these for absolutely ages. I'm not going to go too much into review at this point in time, apart from the fact I love it. What I want to do is I'm going to do a video of Whoop versus Apple. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to be pretty exciting, and I'm really looking forward to the journey on Whoop and how my performance and sleep is going to increase from there. Guys, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you very soon. Alex out.